Meaning everyone, Zabora here. So given today is Valentine's Day, let's do a little love working, huh? So I'm going to do a jar spell for my husband and myself. This spell is for an established couple. It is not a lover reconciliation. It is not an attract a new lover. This is specifically for an established couple. Now, with a couple of tweaks, you can make it those things, okay? If you wanted to attract a new lover, instead of using the ginger to spice up an established relationship, you would use cardamom to help attract the new lover, okay? To do a reconciliation, you would maybe want to include more sweeteners. You maybe want to include some a different type of petition paper. You're also going to want to incorporate some different candle magic in this, okay? But that's not for today. Today is specifically for an established couple. So the things that you're going to need are a paired lodestone. And this is the original binding spell, okay? This is not the craft. The binding spell originally was for love. And I've just bound it up in some red ribbon. And I've anointed these with some cinnamon oil, okay? Because you want to keep a little luck in your love and your money. And it always goes both with cinnamon. Cinnamon always means both love and money. And having some money can help a relationship. It can. I don't know why. It's easier when you're not struggling. So it's just smart to have them both, okay? Like I said, you're also going to need some ginger root just to help spice things up. A little bit of lavender. I prefer this. My husband prefers this over roses. We just really like the smell of it. And lavender is an amazing herb. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, trans, whatever. This is a good herb for love. And it actually works for attracting a new lover as well. So it's kind of a dual thing. If you want to keep that in there, you totally can. One of the things that I believe keeps a love strong is communication. So I'm going to be including some lapis lazuli to help in communication. One of the other things you're going to need is a petition paper. Now, I just did this quick little thing for demonstration. Zabora plus husband equals love forever. And of course, I signed the back. We're going to talk about petition papers in a separate lesson. So if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, we'll get to it, okay? Make sure you roll this towards yourself. Okay? All right. Some of the other things you're going to need are some personal items. Photograph, if you have it, that works great. But I'm going a little old school, and I'm just going to get some of this hair. And I'm just putting it right into the sugar, and that's what's in here. Sugar, just plain white sugar, because it's my love, and I'm white. I just figured it worked that way. I don't know. So I'm going to add my husband's hairs. Okay. Here we go. That'll work. I'm also going to add some of mine. There we go. We have our paired named bound lodestones. They're going to go in there. Cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon. A little bit of lavender. Surround us with love. All right. Some ginger root. Help keep things interesting, spicy, sexy, hot. And we are empowering these. Every time we use them, we're empowering it. You're going to be pushing your energy into that. Please remember, this is a demonstration video. You can't just throw this shit together and call it a spell. You have to actually throw your intentions into it. All right? Let's throw in our petition paper. That's got our intent in it. All right. Hopefully you do something a little bit more than what I've done. I mean, you can boil it down to something simple like that if you've done this a while and you kind of understand yourself and your own triggers. But I always prefer to get like a bigger piece of paper. And yeah, you can totally use this big piece of paper if you want. I just chose to use, like I said, the brown one because my husband's brown, and he's the target of the spell as well as our love, so I'm incorporating both the colors of his skin tone and my skin tone because it's just fucking, that's how my brain works. I can't explain it. That's just the way my brain works. So I'm also going to be adding some drops of lavender. Just feels right. And some lotus oil, okay? Now, lotus itself does not have properties associated with love, but the Blue Lotus of Egypt was used as in their wine as kind of like a kick-me-up. It almost adds like a little bit of a more of a buzz, like a little bit more of a high. Okay, just a drop or two. That's all it needs. Not a lot. This stuff's strong. All right, so I think I've got everything, right? All right, good. Now, because I said one of the things that I believe keeps a relationship strong is communication, I'm going to be burning this orange candle into the sugar. I'm also going to be using this white candle because I didn't have a pink or a red one, believe it or not. Gotta get some more. Those colors, like red and black, those are the two colors I burn through the fastest. So I've just chosen a white candle because white is all purpose. Now, of course, you're going to want to carve these with your name, your significant other's name, heart symbols, whatever you want to do. This one here, I would just write the word communication on it and burn it. Okay? All right. Now, once you've got everything empowered, the candles have burned. We're just going to pretend they burned. What you're going to do is you're going to slap the lid on. You can tape this down if you want or seal it with wax. And anytime you feel like shit's getting stagnant in your relationship, just take it out and shake it. That's all you got to do. That'll keep the magic active. You're thinking about it. You're putting your intentions into it. And that'll help to keep your thing strong, okay? Your jar strong. Jars typically don't need feeding because they are activated through the shaking and your willpower, okay? You're activating the spell. You're working your magic by thinking about this and shaking it, all right? That's what you're doing. You're activating the spell again. So it's feeding off of your own energies. When it comes to mojos and doll babies, it's a totally different story. This shit will not work for mojos and doll babies. You actually have to feed those things because they hold a spirit. This here is just a connection of energy, all right? Now, there is a different version that you can do with this. If you're kind of more into like what the Egyptians did with the renewal and the recycle and they didn't waste, what you can do is actually eat the sugar. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to eat the sugar with all the shit I just threw into there because some of it's not edible, but there is a way you can do this. So what you're going to do is you just get yourself some sugar or honey or whatever it is, and because my husband drinks sugar with his coffee, what I could do is just take the plain sugar, get myself some rice paper. You guys know spring rolls? Okay, that's made with like rice sheets, okay? They sell them in every Asian supermarket. And then you're going to get yourself some dye pins from for like cake decorating and stuff like that. They're edible ink pens instead of Sharpie that I used. And then you can write your petition on that rice paper, stick it in the sugar jar, and then just shake your sugar. When your significant other goes and eats the sugar, then they are consuming the spell and they're taking it in internally. And for me, that always just seems to be more effective than, jar magic. But this is just my interpretation of this spell, okay? So you can choose to do whatever you want. It's kind of up to you on that one. So I hope this spell has been enlightening, and I hope you guys have learned something new. I have had a couple requests like, hey, when are you gonna do the spells? When are you gonna do the spells? It's like, god damn it, we gotta lay down the foundations first. But I think we're far enough along in a love ritual that we can kind of do this. I know I haven't talked about jars too much. I haven't talked about petition papers or stones or anything like that too much. But I hope you can kind of understand the gist of this spell still the same, okay? So that is it for tonight, guys. Synapte.